When you leave everything familiar, you don't lose yourself. You just meet a version of you that couldn't exist anywhere else. I'm meesh.eco, eco like the earth. On this channel, we talk about unconventional lifestyles. I'm currently based in Lisbon. I've lived in 10 countries across 5 continents, and today's video is what no one tells you when you leave the familiar. I welcome you to subscribe for the vibes or drop a comment and let me know something you felt when you've left your comfort zone. Let's dive in. Also, we're going to sprinkle in some apartment tours and places I've stayed in Lisbon because why not? Everyone tells you how brave it is to start over, to leave everything familiar, your country, your job, your circle, your version of yourself. But no one really talks about what happens after the move. After the suitcases are unpacked, the novelty fades, and you're left standing in a new city, realizing you've built a new life, but you haven't yet built a new you. The honeymoon. When you first arrive, everything feels alive. You're lighter. Every street feels like an adventure. Every grocery store trip is different. It's intoxicating. This idea that you can reinvent yourself completely. But eventually, the everyday begins. The excitement settles. And that's when the real journey begins. Not the move itself, but the becoming. There's this weird in-between stage that nobody talks about. You're no longer who you were back home, but you're not yet whoever you're becoming. You lose some of the context that used to define you. The people who knew your past, the routines that gave your life shape. And in the empty space, things get quiet. Sometimes peaceful, sometimes uncomfortable. You start hearing your own thoughts again. You question decisions you thought were certain. You realize reinvention isn't about escape, it's about endurance. You're truly learning how to hold uncertainty without letting it define you. Over time, that quiet space becomes something sacred. You find new anchors, the barista who remembers your order, the corners where they greet you by name, the rhythm of the street you walk every morning. Maybe that's the truth about starting over. It's not about erasing who you were. It's about letting who you were meet who you are. When you leave everything familiar, you don't lose yourself. You just meet a version of you that couldn't exist anywhere else. So if you're in that space, right now, the uncertain middle, don't rush it. That's where your real life is forming. It's where the magic is. Starting over isn't a single moment. It's 1,000 tiny ones. When you choose presence over panic, trust over control, curiosity over fear. And if you can stay open long enough, The unfamiliar becomes home, not because it's easy, but because you grew into it. I'm still learning that every day here in Lisbon. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Paz y amor.